responded to reports of a possible meeting between Presidents Xi, Trump and Putin, confirming Putin is heading to Beijing, but stating no indications that Trump will be there. The Kremlin also expressed support for a third round of talks on Ukraine, but said the draft memorandum from Moscow and Kiev are far apart, indicating much work still remains. On Azerbaijan, the Kremlin stressed the importance of respect for Russians and acknowledged current difficulties in bilateral relations. Now, to discuss this breaking news, we are joined by Peter Cordillo, who's a chief market economist at Spartan Capital Securities. He joins us live from New York. Peter, thank you very much for joining us on the program, as always. Peter, does the Kremlin's denial of this Trump-Putin-Xi trilateral meeting indicate diplomatic distance, especially the current relations between them, especially that of Trump and Putin, with obviously the backdrop of the Ukraine war?
Yeah, there's no question that the relationship has been strained, and there's no question that Trump means business. And I think that what we're seeing here is perhaps this denial might actually accelerate some sort of a meeting, whether or not it's going to take place as indicated. It might actually take place behind closed doors. Now, I think the Russian situation has gotten to the point where they have accelerated the war in Kiev, and that means that things usually get to a boiling point when you have this sort of heating up of aggression by the intruder, and obviously Russia is. So I think that behind the scenes there's probably things that are going to happen. Of course, you're going to get, either Russia or even the United States, for that part, might come out and deny, as they are denying now. But I think basically that is a good sign and not necessarily a bad sign.
Yes, indeed, Peter. And obviously, we've seen China say that they are neutral in the Russia-Ukraine war, with only North Korea advocating real support for Russia's war on Ukraine. However, could Putin's visit to Beijing signal a shift towards deeper alignment with China between Moscow and Beijing, particularly amid Western pressure on both Moscow and Beijing, as we've just talked about?
I don't think so. I doubt that. But of course, I'm not a political analyst, and my humble opinion is that right now China is basically involved in trying to come up with a good trade deal with the United States that will satisfy the Trump administration. So I don't think they're going to do anything that's going to interrupt that for now. They need to keep their they need to keep all options open, and certainly they don't. I believe that they don't want to give the impression of just taking one side. So what I'm just simply saying here is, when it comes to trade and economics, obviously they're going to keep that door wide open with Trump and the administration. When it comes to international diplomacy, and of course with the war, I think they will try to stay neutral, in a sense, not to put pressure on either side.
Yes.
And probably would mean that, it goes back between Trump and Putin.
Yes, Peter, you are staying with us. Thank you for your insight on that. We have more updates from the